Until the 1980s, for people who had never visited Thailand, Muay Thai was a completely unknown martial art. While in Brazil, Jiu-Jitsu developed and, according to the residents, claimed to be the best battle system in the world. In America, it was believed that kickboxing and karate had no equal. Until the advent of the UFC, it was difficult to determine which martial art system was the most effective. But in 1988, there was a very significant event for the whole world of martial arts. An unbeaten champion kickboxer, Rick Rufus, who had a record of 28-0 and was considered one of the best fighters of the time, decided to prove that American kickboxing was superior to Thai boxing and claimed that a Thai fighter would stand no chance against him. His rival was Chang Puyek Kyatsongrit, was one of the first fighters to travel outside of Thailand and prove Thai boxing to the world. In the fight with Rufus, the Thai arsenal of punches was limited, as the rules forbade elbows, throws, grabs, and clinches were immediately separated. The Thai went to battle according to the rules of American kickboxing, and blows below the waist were also prohibited. However, low kicks were allowed in this fight. This fight was dubbed the Clash of Kickboxing and Thai Boxing, despite the fact that the Thai arsenal was very limited. Most importantly, this fight was shown on television to a huge audience around the world.
Still, don't let anybody come at him under any circumstances. As we're just about ready. Now these will be 3-minute rounds with a 1-minute break, Josh. That's my understanding, yes. Round number 1.
In the first round, Rufus began with an aggressive start and was very fast on his feet. He throws a series of blows, then retreats out of the line of fire, although the Thai hits him with a low kick.
I guarantee you, his family back in Thailand. A right and a left by Rufus. Rufus moving around very well.
As we can see, Chang Puyek works in the left stance, which means that Rufus's right leg is in great danger. Rick inflicts a lot of punches, and Chang Puyek seems to have put a big bet on the fact that the American will be vulnerable to a low kick.
Beautiful here, and Kyatsongrit, quite frankly, John, looks to me a little bit confused. Now that one landed high. I'm sorry, I didn't hear what you said. Does Kyatsongrit look confused to you in there? He looks to me like, and he has been stung a couple times. He's felt a lot of the power of Rick Rufus. Halfway through this first round, these are 3-minute rounds with a 1-minute break. And as you can hear, the crowd is very, very into this. It's sort of evenly divided. The Thai contingent rooting for the Thai fighter. Everybody else being cautious, keeping track of the distance. The Thai fighter beginning to be a little bit more aggressive. His name is Kickboxing. He took a left hand there, and he's down. Rick Rufus landed a left on the jaw, and the Thai fighter...
The first knockdown. But the fighter gets to his feet and then immediately flies into a second knockdown.
Hits him again and knocks him down. Kyatsongrit is down again, and you can see his eyes are a little glassy, John. Trying to hold on to do it. Rufus does not want to let him have it. Rufus is getting inside of those kicks, and he is landing the big punches. And Kyatsongrit has never come across this kind of power, I don't think.
Rufus doing a great job of keeping the pressure on, but Kyatsongrit showing tremendous heart to stay in there after being knocked down twice. He's fighting back on courage and on instinct.
It seems that Rick decided to finish his opponent in the first round, but Chang managed to survive, and the fight moved on to the second round.
At the end of that round, and you'd have to say that's about as good as you're going to do against a guy you've never seen fight like this before, Rick Rufus.
He comes across with a kick, follows up over the top with a straight left right there, and you can see Kyatsongrit's knees go out under him, and he goes back into the ropes. That was a hard shot. A right hook that misses, a left straight shot that comes straight through, and you can see crossed his eyes.
Yep. Something you pretty much have to do in that situation, don't you, John? Pat's Kyatsongrit.
In the second round, the low kicks from Chang continued to crash into Rick's right leg, who was starting to feel the pain.
Away from a lot of
He's moving in, attacking the body and moving away. There's an attack to the knee.
Rufus's knee. There's a left hand over the top and another left, and Rufus is inside. Badly hurt, but he is aware that he's being hit. Once again, Kyatsongrit lands a good kick on the back of Rufus.
In the middle of the round, it becomes noticeable that for Rufus, the low kicks are starting to become a real problem, and he is having trouble evading them. Chang successfully uses his plan for the fight, which was to destroy Rufus's leg.
Rick Rufus having to move away from those powerful kicks to the legs.
Now again, Rick Rufus tying up there as we're halfway through round number 2. Lands a round kick and a right and a left from Rufus. Rufus needs to end this one fast, and he lands the left, and Rufus is throwing everything from Iowa. Rufus is throwing the big leather. Kit Songrid has heart, no doubt about it. 1 minute left in this round.
In a tie fight, oh no, Rick Rufus was stopped when he was down.
Now you wonder about that. I'm not sure. The referee is calling time. I'm pretty sure that's illegal.
And here comes the knockdown from Chang, who acted rather unsportsmanlike by stepping on the American while he was down.
30 seconds left here in round 2, John.
Rick Rufus trying to finish this thing with a knockout, getting those legs kicked. He's trying to land again with the left hand.
Good spinning back fist by Rufus that landed and shook Kit Songrid up.
At the end of the round, Rick makes contact with Chang's head, but this did not stop the stream of low kicks that the Thai had intended for the American.
Rick Rufus again, an American fighter, not used to these rules in the long red pants. Kit Songrid is not used to being hit. Coming in, Kit Songrid, a tough young man. Rufus has hurt him a lot, and he's still there. Rufus taking a lot of stuff on his legs.
He said Kit Songrid go down to the very end of those punches.
He's not really in the kick. Rufus drops one hand down to block the kick. Throws a punch as he is fighting from the right side. Comes up with a good uppercut into the ribs.
In the third round, it became clear that the Thai had the opportunity to win. Chang pursues Rick and continues to strike him with ruthless blows.
Landing those punches, but they're too far extended to really have a lot of sting on.
And he's also not able to get a rotation of his hips to throw the punch, John, because
his legs are obviously bothering him. He's really having a problem.
Now there's a throw by Kit Songrid, which under normal circumstances is legal. Rufus with a good kick into the ribs. This isn't being just a little bit too brave here. He doesn't really have much to lose in this thing. He ought to just forget it right now if his legs. Listen, we're talking about a potential world champion here. And you just wonder.
In round 4, Rick starts avoiding his opponent because he can no longer take the blows to his leg that are causing him a lot of pain.
Rick Rufus now trying to keep away from the legs of Kit Songrid, and probably his safest haven to hit him. And Rufus is hurt now. He tried to spin fist there. They really should. This is a case of Rick wanting to be too honorable here. This is an exhibition fight.
He was really taking a chance on suffering some permanent injury.
If he's going to stay, John, he just ought to get right up on the guy and let him have it. Otherwise,
Kit Songrid looking very, very strong now. Just obviously extremely aggressively coming into those leg kicks.
Well, he knows clearly, and the referee, Tom Schlesinger, has stopped this fight, and probably that...
After the fight, the doctors were called to render medical assistance to Rick, since his leg injury was very serious. His brother, Duke Rufus, gave an interview in which he played down Chang's ability, saying that it did not require a lot of skill to apply these blows to the leg, thereby refusing to recognize the strength of Thai boxing and low kicks in particular. All this despite the fact that the Thai had just defeated one of the best kickboxing fighters of that era. This fight greatly popularized Muay Thai around the world and gave a powerful push to its development. Duke Rufus himself also later incorporated new Thai elements into his arsenal, and he admitted that he had very much changed his opinion of low kicks. In the future, he became a first-class trainer in the Muay Thai striking technique and is considered one of the best Muay Thai trainers outside of Thailand. That's all for today, folks. Don't forget to press the like button if you enjoyed the video. See you next time.